Hey everybody, it's me, Travis. We're back, baby. PlayerProps.ai YouTube channel, the channel that 1,000,000% of you should be subscribed to at this point because of how much money it's made you guys in the last 24 months. Probably the last 30 months. I think we started 30 months ago. Regardless, I know you missed me because I wasn't here all last week. I was in New York. There wasn't any hardware to take home. There wasn't no awards or anything like that. It was simply just another industry conference to make sure that everybody on the planet knows about PlayerProps.ai and how we're having so much success in curbing your ability to shoot yourself in the foot. Now, even though there were no YouTube shows like this last week, all you have to do is go to the Discord channel and look at basketball winners. That's a screenshot channel for any college basketball wins or any wins of any league that's basketball. Our VIP members were printing cash the entire week, even though there wasn't a show. And for those people on the outside looking in, you're like, how's that possible? Travis, you didn't do a show. How are they still printing money? Because the show is about educating you on how to properly use the app. So if you simply took Friday's show of 2 Fridays ago, and you watched it on repeat, you watched it and then you just copy and paste what I did in that show for the app on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday last week, you would have came up with some optimal plays. And then even if you weren't sure if they were optimal plays, you were like, maybe I think they check all the boxes of all the 6-step checklists we tell you about on all these shows and we have defined in Discord. The Discord exists so you can show the rest of the community, hey, I found this on the app. I think this is good. Can you guys confirm this is good? And then the 22,000 other members in the Discord app say, yeah, you're on the right track. That's actually a decent play. Or, no, I would not play that one because X, Y, Z. And don't be afraid to ask questions. It's okay to be wrong because the only way that you get better is by asking questions. The only way that you master the guidelines is by checking to see if your use of the guidelines is correct. So, take some time today, go through the Basketball Winners Screenshots channel and see I think it's over probably like $50,000 of wins from last week. That's not just NBA, and it's not just from copy and pasting what we do on the show. That's just from people that have learned through actually applying themselves, learning the guidelines, and doing the same thing that I'd be doing, regardless of having a show or not. We're also having a ton of success in college basketball. Joey has put together some great cheat sheets that complement the app. So you look on something on the app, does it make sense on the app? Then you look at the cheat sheets, and the college basketball cheat sheets have actually done, props to Joey on that. It's done a very crazy job. There's been a lot of money won in the Discord in college basketball, and we're now here in March Madness week. I know this is the 16th of March, but this is officially March Madness week. The tournaments start on, technically, I guess you can say they start Tuesday, Wednesday for the play-in games, but the full bracket starts on Thursday, Friday. Now, something I've been mentioning to you guys the entire year, and you guys should already know this if you're in the Discord, but I'm a UCF alum, diehard UCF sports, UCF athletics fan. They made themselves an at-large bid into the March Madness tournament. They're versing UCLA in the first round on Friday in Philadelphia. So guess what? We're going to Philadelphia for the first round game. If you live in Philadelphia, or if you are able to get to Philadelphia and you're interested in going to the UCLA UCF March Madness round 1, which is 7:25 p.m. Friday in Philadelphia at I forgot what that stadium is. I don't know if it's T-Mobile Arena or something. I don't know. Wherever St. Joseph's plays, their college basketball team. They're the host for that one. But we're going to be going to the Friday game and then staying in Philadelphia, hoping UCF does upset UCLA, who's currently a -6.5 favorite. And then if that does happen, knock on wood, then we stay in Philly and we go to the second round game on Sunday as well. Again, if you're in Philadelphia, or you're able to get to Philadelphia and want to go to this game, I've purchased the flight, I got my Airbnb, but I have not purchased the tickets yet. I'm giving everybody watching this video and everybody in Discord till the end of tonight to hit me up in Discord and be like, I want in, and then we'll get a group set of tickets together, kind of like we did for the Miami Dolphins game earlier this year, or last season. So, now, let's see if there's any other housekeeping things we have to go through because it's been a minute. There's a March Madness bracket challenge we do every year. I will put the link of it in the comment section in the description of this video, but you should still be in the Discord because there's a channel that everyone can view. It's a free channel. It says bracket contest. There's a link in that as well. What we're doing is we have a $500 prize package, over $500 prize package. It's a free contest. All you do is it's hosted on ESPN. You just go through and you click your bracket. You choose what you want to choose. And then if you have the best or the most accurate bracket, when all is said and done, you get a prize package valued at over $500. You don't have to pay anything to join it. It's 100% free. So click that link. Make sure you get in it because it locks on Thursday morning, which Thursday is the full slate of the first few games. So even you have from now watching this, hearing me say that, till Thursday morning to not only get into the ESPN bracket challenge contest that PlayerProps.ai is hosting, but fill out your bracket. Make sure you save it. So we have that. If you're in Philadelphia and you want to go to the game, or you want to get yourself to Philadelphia and go to the game with the group that we're putting together, you can tag me in Discord or DM me in Discord. Either way works fine. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. We're excited to be back. If you have SiriusXM, if you have a subscription to that, make sure you tune in between the hours of 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. tonight. So, as you know, I compete in the biggest fantasy football drafts in the entire industry. Fantasy sports drafts. And tonight is the Champions League for the fantasy baseball league that I'm in, which is the biggest one in the industry. And what SiriusXM does is it calls in and has people that are drafting in this league call in hey, what was your thought behind your first round pick, or what is your strategy, or whatever it may be. But I don't have the exact time. I'll let you guys know in Discord when I'm going live, but make sure you tune in to hear me on SiriusXM Fantasy, and I'll probably be on a few times this week. Okie dokie. Now that we've got through all that stuff, let's see if we can find an optimal play here for NBA. I don't think there's any more housekeeping things. Just make sure you're in the bracket, and if you want to go to the Philadelphia game Friday night, let me know in Discord as well. But yeah, super excited about that. UCF hasn't made it since 2019, and I went to that game as well. That's where we got robbed on a no call foul by cheater Zion Williamson, where we should have beat them by 1 point, but there was a no call, so we lost by 1 point to them in the second round. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to win the national championship again this year, or not again. We're going to win the national championship this year to add another national championship to our resume. Not our college basketball resume, but our college resume, referring to the 2017 football one we had. So let's go find something for today. How many games we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Perfect. So I always tell you guys I'm not a fan of short slates. I don't like 3 games, 4 game slates. 8. We should be able to find something nice here. So give me a second to wet my whistle. Okay, so do you guys remember what we do first? If you've seen at least one of our shows, you know exactly what we do first. I'll give you guys a chance. Yep, you're right. We go and we filter and we get out baby lines, because baby lines, if you look at the checklist in Discord, the checklist you should be religiously following for every single player prop, rule number 1 of the checklist is we do not do baby lines. That doesn't mean you can't do baby lines, but if you want to follow the guidelines and have the same level of success as everyone else, it's in your best interest to follow the gosh dang guidelines. The only way that you can fail is by ignoring the guidelines. Every single person. We are 12 days away. That's another housekeeping thing I was going to mention. We're 12 days away from the, I'm trying to get the glare off of it, from the second annual PlayerProps.ai Player Props Party, March 28th, which is 2 Saturdays from now, in Orlando, Florida. That is for anybody who's VIP. So if you, for whatever reason, aren't in Discord, which you 100% need to be, regardless of if you're premium or not, because that's how you win more. If you are premium, or if you're going to be upgrading within the next 12 days, and you can get yourself to Orlando, Florida, we're having all of our premium members, or not all, but anybody, our more tenured ones, come in. Whether you drive in, you fly into Orlando, Florida, and I'm covering all the food and drinks, and we're just having a good time watching March Madness games. And it's kind of like a thank you for helping us grow so much in this last year and winning all these industry awards. And yeah, it'll be a good old time. So shoot me a DM on Discord if you're able to get to Orlando, Florida in 12 days on March 28th and you're a premium member. That's the last housekeeping thing I meant to go over. So let's now look at this. So we did our filter here. Now the first thing that I glance for as I scroll down really quickly, and I just simply look for, because we're looking at over, so I'm looking for green matchups and then a double-digit difference. So we have Trey Jones. Okay, so there's like, I like the green more than the orange green, but you have to remember here, these numbers are important. So Colin Sexton here is a 97, which means Memphis, in allowing points to players playing out of the shooting guard spot, are 97th, which the best number for going for over, which means you want the worst defense possible, is 150. But where it changes from orange to green is 100. So this is practically 3 away. So we can kind of consider this a green play. But there's a handful of them. So let's go to the top here. The biggest percentage difference is our guy Trey. The next thing I glance at real quick, because we already know it's green. We already know there's a difference, double-digit difference. And it's green, is we look here at the spread. This should not be a blowout game. Chicago's only a 6-point favorite over Memphis. But let's take a gander and see what we like here. So the over-under is -114 each side. So FanDuel doesn't sway either way, but we can click on this. It looks like 2 books have them at 15.5. The only person that actually favors his over is Caesars at -121. DraftKings has a slight, has a -112 over, -1. That's like the smallest possible favorite on the under. This is equal, and then BetRivers favors the under here. So technically speaking, if we include this weird -112, -113 of DraftKings trying to rob you, then technically speaking, there's 2 books on the under and 1 book on the over. But then again, you have to factor in there's actually 2 books that have a higher line. So if we were to like to alt on these 2 books to 14.5, they would essentially be favoring the over. So even though there's only one favorite over at 14.5, if you took the 14.5 line, it would be favoring them. So technically, that is a 3-2. So yes, sports books are favoring the over. Since the end of February, this guy has been somewhat consistent, getting at least 12 points or more. He's gotten 22, 18, and 21. We're going to do a quick check here of the Bulls. Trey Jones has played in all 10 of the last 10 Bulls games, only averaging about 28 points, so not like amazing stuff. However, what we have to pay attention to is Colin Sexton here. The guy we were just looking at. So we're just looking at the orange green for Colin Sexton. Sometimes they put him in point guard. Sometimes it's like shooting guard. But regardless, look at the questionable. So if he doesn't play, this is a really good play. If he does play, I might like this a little bit less. I don't think they're going to bump him into the starter spot, though. Let me actually... What I want to do real quick is, without having to jump around on my screen, is I'm going to pull up my phone real quick. I'm going to pull up... Colin Sexton's played 7 of the team's last 10 games. Chicago Bulls... So what I'm looking at right now is, did he play the last game? Okay, so he didn't play the last game. What I'm trying to see is I'm going through the past games, and I want to see when Colin Sexton plays, is he coming off of the bench? He's got a left leg injury. He missed the last 2 games. When he plays, is he coming off the bench? Nope, he missed 3 games ago. Or is he taking the starter spot? Okay, so the last game he played was against Sacramento Kings, and this date was the 8th. This was 8 days ago. Was his last time that Colin Sexton played. He came off the bench, 22 minutes off the bench, scored 28 points, and Trey Jones only got 12 points. So you remember that new feature that we added here? The with and without? So if we go down and we go to Colin Sexton, how does Trey Jones perform when Colin Sexton is out? He hits his line. So if he misses this, I like this play. But when Colin Sexton is in, barely hits here, covers twice, and misses all these other times. And that's within the last 10 games. So yeah, I think this is dependent on Colin Sexton here. But because it's an injury concern, no touchy. But if you watch this and Colin Sexton has been already ruled out and you can still get it at 14.5, yeah, you can consider that. That's the only thing that I think is slightly alarming there. So Stephon Castle, this is really close to double digits, but technically it's not here. We've played this guy a few times this season. I think the only time we played him and he missed, he got hurt in like the first quarter, so it was or second quarter, so it was, I guess, voided, or pretty much voided for across the board for 99% of the sports books who don't hate you. There's only like a 2.26 difference here. FanDuel has him at 16.5, or everybody else has him at 17.5. See if there's any injury concerns here. Harper's out, Cornette's out. I don't think Cornette affects them, but Harper being a guard that has played 9 of the last team's 10 games, and he's averaged 24 points. I feel like that might be a slight boost to Castle, not having somebody who averages 24 minutes and has played a lot. But let's just see exactly if there's a big difference when he's out or not. So if he's not playing here, oh, there's only one game, and he hooked. No, 16.5, 15.5. So there's only one game in the last 10. So these are all the games this season that he has played without Dylan Harper. He averages 15 points. So I guess it doesn't really matter if Harper's in or not. "26 minutes, 35 minutes, 36, 30. Why does he have only 20? Oh, he had 5 personal fouls. He had foul trouble, and he still got 23. So this miss here against Charlotte, 5 personal fouls. I mean, we can consider that foul trouble. But he still got 30 minutes, shot 5 of 11. So what I want to do real quick is I want to see what the defensive matchup was against the Charlotte game. So we go up here, we click on this, we go to the 14th, which was that game. And Charlotte was a orange. So wasn't a super sexy play here. His line was a tad higher. So I think out of all the points overs, the Trey Jones is dependent on Sexton being out. This is less than a 2-point difference, 16.36 to 14.5, but I'll still take a look at it. So he's been very hot and cold here, but he also has scored at least 12 points in 6 straight. So what is that? He needs to make one more 3-pointer, and he would hit, if he made one more 3-pointer in all the games he missed, he'd be 6 for 6 in the last 6, but he did not. Atlanta's weird because they've sucked this season and kind of sucked the last 2 weeks, but they have kind of a new look team now that Jalen Johnson's going for. He's probably, I mean, he's going to be this is a guy he's not averaging a triple double, but he's had like 12 triple doubles this season. They got rid of Actually, I was going to say it's a new look team because they got rid of, what's his face? Oh my gosh. Who the crap? I can't, I can't even remember the guy's name, and he's on my fantasy team. I'm having a blank right now. I'm picturing him. Trey Young. Why was that stuck in the back of my head? But Trey Young wasn't even playing that much this season, so this isn't really shifting too much. I knew that they traded away somebody big, but I was like, oh, he was injured most of the season anyway, so nothing's changed here. Jalen Suggs has been hurt a lot this season, but he's getting more and more comfortable with being healthy, which is great. Anthony Black is out. Franz is out, Isaac out, Black is out, Jet Howard questionable. Let me see what he does with Anthony Black out. Not too much different. It's going to be a close game. Atlanta's giving up a good chunk of points to opponents that are playing at the point guard spot. I wish that difference was higher, though. So there's a couple things we can consider here. Trey Jones, if Colin Sexton doesn't play. Castle's a maybe, but Suggs is a maybe. But then again, I don't know. Castle has a little bit more true difference than Suggs. So let's just peep the unders real quick. So right now I'm scrolling through and I'm looking for red, and on a back-to-back Drew Holiday. The double-digit spread is not as important on the under because you kind of want it to be a blowout, so the starters of both teams get benched at the end. Let's take a peek at this guy. So why is someone who has all of these games of 20 points, he has 5 straight games of 20 points or more, why is he all of a sudden, what am I missing here? He's played all of the team's last 10 games, averaged 31 minutes, consistently scoring 20. Played 32 here, and 25 here. Very hot and cold. And he's on a back-to-back. But I don't like this here. Like, this man puts up 20 points. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. He's too important part of the offense. And yes, it's a back-to-back, and yes, it's a red defense, but no. He averages... No. All right, we got Trey Murphy here. See what this looks like. So he's consistently putting up close to 20 points per game, except for this one right here. 37 minutes played, though. Versing Dallas, who are pretty elite, 16th and 11th, and allowing points against players playing at the shooting guard spot. Let's check the injuries here real quick. So, there is an injury concern. Because if Murray doesn't play, there's more offensive importance that Trey Murphy has, which means higher chance to get points. And then we already have Bryce McGowan that is out, and he's a guy that averages 23 points over the team's last 8 games that he's played. Both guards. So this doesn't check all the boxes because there's an injury concern. We don't want the starters, his teammates, to not play because we run into a situation where, again, more of the offense goes through him. And once we go down here, the defense, or the difference doesn't get high enough. So it doesn't look like there's any solid underplays. This is a situational one. If you guys later in the day see that, Sexton's out, this is something we can look at. But the only other thing that was viable is Castle here. But I think we might be able to find something with a bigger difference and a different stat. So we're going to go to Rebound second. Oh, why is nothing showing? Because nobody has a rebound line of 14 or 14 or higher. So let's just bring that down a tad. That's why nothing's showing. Okay, so now we're doing the same thing, looking for greens. And we got something here, Kuminga. 9 rebounds, 7, 7, 9. His line is 4.5. So he's somebody that comes off the bench. I typically prefer people that start in a game. Oh, he's also questionable, so he also has injury concern. So we're not going to touch him. Man, this was looking good too. In the team's last 5 games that he's played since he got traded, he's averaged just under 20 minutes per game, which is not a lot. It's not what we like to see. Yeah. But he's questionable, so no touchy. I also like to see starters. So I don't like the red here. LeBron has a orange. I don't think we've touched LeBron this year. Pretty consistent. That's what we like to see. In the last, 8 games, there's only been one where he had 1 rebound in 27 minutes against Sacramento. It's probably a blowout where he wasn't really trying. Should be a close game. Houston favored by 2.5. Is there injury concern? No. This guy's only averaged 9 minutes. I don't care about that. So it looks like the starters are healthy. Every book that has him at 4.5 favors him over. And then there's 2 books that have him at 5.5. Is there anything? Averages 33 minutes, projected to get 32 and change, rounded up to 33. He's averaged 5.2 rebounds, projected to get 6.04. So I tell you guys, typically with rebounds and assists, you want a 1.0 difference. So this needs to be 5.5 or higher, and it is. And then to be a trifecta, it needs to be 1.5 or higher, which it is. I'm curious why the trifecta is not lit up here. It's got a high difference. It's got 1.5 or higher. Oh, I think this might need to be 5.0 or higher. So yeah, I think for the sake of what we're looking at here, I think I'm more comfortable going with the rebound than any of the point stuff we were looking at. Yeah, so let's do a quick recap for everybody that fast forwarded to the beginning part. Here's the stuff that you guys need to know. 1, there is a 100% free to join college basketball March Madness Bracket Challenge. The link's going to be in the description of this video, the comment section, and it's also in Discord in the channel that's called Bracket Contest. You need to get in there, and you need to fill out and save your bracket before Thursday morning, or you have 0% chance of winning a $500 plus prize package. The second thing is, if you live in the Philadelphia area and or you can make it to Philadelphia and you want to go to the Session 2 p.m. games on Friday, so there's a 7:25 UCLA UCF game and then a 10 p.m. UConn and Furman game. So if you have any interest in going to those, you need to hit me up on Discord ASAP. I already got my flight booked and everything like that. I'm just waiting to get the tickets to see how many people we want to go. And the last thing, if you are a premium PlayerProps.ai member and you can get yourself to Orlando, Florida in 12 days on March 28th, that is the 2nd annual Player Props party. We invite our premium members. I cover all the food and drink. We just have a good time chilling, hanging out, watching, sweating March Madness because it'll be Saturday during some of the games. And yeah, just a good time of me taking care of everything to thank you guys for growing us as big as we are, as big as we've grown this last 12 months. And I thank you again for all the awards that you guys power us to. So any questions whatsoever, simply ask in the Discord. If you're not in Discord, you're not trying. You cannot say that you're doing everything in your power to be a more successful bettor if you do not have this app on your phone and you do not have the Discord, also the Discord app on your phone, but you're also not in our Discord. It works for everybody who uses it as designed. You just have to make sure you're using it as designed. If you're not having success, there's an easy way to figure out why. Just hit us up in Discord and say, hey, I think I'm doing everything right. Why am I not having the same level of success as everyone else? It's very easy. We can just look at what you've done. We can highlight, okay, you're not paying attention to step 5 or checklist number 6. You keep ignoring that part. It's very easy to see if you think you're following all the guidelines, why you're not having the same success as others. But we don't know that you need help until you tell us you need help. So that's the most important part. Ask for help. That's why the Discord exists. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Nobody's going to make fun of you. We have the most welcoming, helpful Discord on the planet for sports betting. It's a community that wants to help everybody. But again, we cannot help you if you don't ask for it. So always ask for help. We'll see you guys in Discord. Good luck.